And we're back. Welcome to another episode of Adult Business Owner Moments, the pre-show before the pod for adult business owners who wake up every morning knowing that they need to close more deals and get more sales. I am your host, Sadan Long, and let's just get right down to it. Today, what we're talking about is how to make this holiday season your absolute best holiday season for you and your business. So, with that being said, we're going to cover just two things you need to do today. You know, this is a three-part series, but today we're just going to cover two parts of part one. So, remember, today is about how to make this holiday season right here that we are in right now the best holiday season ever for you and your business. Okay, so let's get started. The number one thing you can do to make sure that this is the best holiday season for you and your business is know your numbers. It is a psychological fact that if you know where you're going, you're more likely to get there. As well as there's an old saying that says, you know, what you focus on, you get. So if you focus on sales, you'll now start to get more sales. And the reason why you'll get more sales is because now your brain will start trying to figure out ways to get more sales. So, step number one to getting more sales is knowing where you need to go and where you are. Okay. So, what do I need to do each and every day to get the number that I want? Okay. So in your mind, what will start to happen is you'll start to be able to say, okay, I need 7 sales today. I need to get 10 people into the store so that I can get 7 sales. I need to get 10 people on the phone so that I can get 7 sales. Okay. So now, once you know what you need to do, then you can start to build your marketing and sales strategy around hitting those numbers. Because now your brain starts to say, well, who can I call and get them in today? You know, who can I DM? Who can I text message? Who can I send an email to get them in today? Your brain starts to say, what can I do to get someone in today? Okay. Do I need to send them a video? You know, do I need to send them a voice text? Do I just need to make a phone call? Okay. Because again, I need 7. I need 10 people to come in because if 10 people come in, that usually means I get 7 sales. So I need to figure out how to get those 10 people in. And now when you start to know your numbers, then what will happen is you'll get to say maybe around 2 o'clock and you'll say, well, I got 6. Okay. So what can I do to get 3 more people, 4 more people in here today? Okay. Well, maybe now I can go Facebook Live. Okay, maybe now I can go through all my old clients and see if some of those clients are willing to come in today. Okay, so instead of going through the day, getting to the end of the day and not knowing if you were successful or not, now you can affect whether or not you're successful in a positive way. So let's just say I go live at 2:30. Now it's 2:30, I go live, I get a sale. So now instead of 6 sales, I got 7 sales. But what happens if I go live and I get 2 more sales? So now, instead of having 7, I have 9. Imagine what your week would look like if your goal was 7 sales a day and you kept hitting 9. Okay. Imagine how much more money that would mean for your business if you kept hitting 9s instead of 7s. Imagine the people you could hire if you were able to start consistently hitting 9 instead of 7. And the cool thing about hiring more people is now you don't have to work as hard. So if you know your numbers and you start to exceed those numbers, now you can add staff, which means that you don't have to work as hard and you can spend more quality time with your family and friends. Now, number 2 on our list of things that we can do to make this the most successful holiday season ever for you and your business is just simply stepping up a referral game. Okay. So stepping up your referral game is very simple. Step one is just ask for more referrals. Okay. So the more referrals you ask for, the better you get at asking for them. The better you get at asking for them, the more sales you get from them. I'm going to repeat that one more time. The more referrals you ask for, the more likely you are to get more referrals. The more referrals you get, the more likely you are to have more sales. So if you want to make this the most successful holiday season ever for you and your business, you need to start asking for more referrals. Now, the reason you need to ask for more referrals because there's not an easier sale on the planet than one that somebody's already sold for you. Okay. Imagine how wonderful it would be if people were just sitting outside your boutique, if they were just sitting outside your coffee shop, if they were just sitting outside of your salon at 9:45, already having made up their mind that they're going to buy from you today, already knowing what they want to buy from you today. Imagine how great that would be. Imagine if you had two or three of those people were sitting outside that had already made up their mind that they were going to spend money with you today. Okay. Before you even opened, how much better would your business run if you got two or three of those a day? Okay. But you can't get them if you don't ask for them. Okay. Now here's the part two of that. Part two of that is you can offer a reward. A reward? Yes, you can offer a reward for referrals. Wanted. Customers who really need, really want, and are willing to pay for our products and or services. Reward, 25% off. Now, the reward does two things. Number one, it gives you another reason to reach out to your customers. Okay. Now, reaching out to your customers does two things. Number one, it lets them know that you're thinking about them. Number two, it puts you at top of mind. So being at top of mind, being remembered, being reminded helps your customer remember that you're the person who can help them. It helps them remember, even though this is a busy holiday season, that you have an item over there that they'd like to come purchase. So being able to reach out to them and say, hey, wanted customers, who really like, really need, and are willing to pay for our products and services. And if you do it, you'll get an additional 25% off. How good is that? Now, here's some added bonuses that also will do for you. Number two in the added bonus category is it'll now give people a reason to come to the store. So maybe somebody was sitting at home and they weren't really thinking about your boutique. They weren't really thinking about your coffee shop. They weren't really thinking about your spa, your nail salon, or your hairdresser, your beauty salon. They weren't thinking about it. But now there's a 25% off coupon with your name on it waiting for you. You need to come pick it up today. Number three, it gives people a reason to talk about your business. Okay. When you offer a reward for referrals, now it gives people a reason to call people and say, hey, my homegirl is having a 25% off sale. Hey, remember that black dress that you needed? My homegirl got one over there. Hey, remember you were talking about getting your car detailed? Well, right now they're running a special. So now, not only are you getting the customer to talk about you, but you're getting them to sell other people on coming to do business with you. So that's free advertising and free marketing, which means that when a customer does come in, the profit margin for that sale is extremely higher because you didn't have to spend anything to get it. Okay. And then the last thing it does is it forces you to reach out to your customers. It forces you to now keep your mind on business. Okay. So instead of sitting there hanging out, wondering if you're doing good, doing bad, not being sure, now you are focused on doing business. Okay. So now your team is focused on doing business. One thing that I had my team do when I worked in department stores and I was department head, I would literally make them spend 10, 15 minutes a day following up on customers that we'd done business with, letting them know that we had things that they wanted in the store. So now, not only does it allow you to get more sales, it allows your team to be more impactful in the sales that you get. Okay, which means that they are basically paying for themselves. So now instead of you worrying about how you're going to make payroll, you are now able to make payroll because the people that you pay are actually working. How cool is that? Okay. So again, knowing your numbers and expanding your customer list is going to make you a lot more attractive to banks, investors, angel investors, foundations that are looking to give out grant money, plus make you more attractive to sponsorship opportunities as well. Okay. Now, the reason that's going to happen is because A, you're now going to be able to double and triple the amount of business that you do. So let's look at it like this. Now we are doing 7 sales. We're hitting our 7. We figured out how to get 7 to 9. Now, 9 people came in, they bought from us, but we got 5 referral sales. So now we took 9 to 14. So now instead of having a day where we're doing 7, we have days where we're doing 14. And some of those days, if they're really good days, we might turn 14 into 20 because maybe some of the people who gave us referrals brought somebody with them. Or maybe some of the people who bought from us came back and bought again. So now, instead of having a holiday season where we're barely making it, we are having a holiday season that each and every person that comes through the door is bringing a person, and our sales are just going through the roof. Okay. So now when we sit down with these banks, investors, angel investors, sponsorship opportunities, and what's the other one? Darn it. I'm tripping. Okay. When we sit down with those people, angel investors, banks, and foundations that are looking to give away grant money. Okay. We are now able to sit down with them and say, hey, here's what we're doing. Here's how we're doing it. And this is the direction that we're trending in. And if we keep doing what we're doing, this is where we'll be in 6 months. Okay. Now, that might not get you the grant. It might not get you the loan. It might not get you the investor. But what it will do is it will put you on their radar, and it will put you in a position where they have to respect you as a serious business owner. Because a real executive knows their numbers. Okay. A real executive can tell you if they're up or they're down on the year. A real executive can tell you what they're doing to affect sales, what they're doing to improve overall productivity, what they're doing to make sure that this is a successful business. So now you're not somebody with a side hustle. You're someone who is a business owner because you know your numbers and you have proven processes that there is social proof to back up that says you are one. So again, let's go back to the top. If you want to make this the absolute best holiday season for you and your business, number 1, you need to know your numbers. Number 2, you need to have a plan to reach your numbers and exceed them. Number 3, you need to improve your referral process. And number 4, you need to document everything that you've done plus your processes so that when you start sitting down with banks, foundations who want to give you grant money, investors, angel investors, and people who want to sponsor you, that you can then lay out exactly how you're winning. That you can lay it out for them and show them this works. Proof of concept is the one thing that every investor, every angel investor, every foundation, and every bank I've ever sat down with has wanted to see. Ask yourself this. Who's more likely to get the grant? Somebody who has a business plan but has never made a dollar, or somebody who has a business plan, is actively in the marketplace, doing business each and every day, and just needs some money to expand or improve upon what they're already doing. which one would you give money to? Okay. When you go to a bank, which one would the bank give money to? Because the one thing you need to understand about banks is that the people who sit in these chairs, they're putting their jobs on the line every time they give a loan. Okay. The bigger the loan, the higher the risk for failure, the more likelihood that they're going to get fired. So what are they going to have more confidence in? They're going to have more confidence in someone who has social proof, someone who has a list that they've built. We have approximately this many customers who spend this much money each and every week with us. Okay. And with that being said, who would you then want to sponsor if you were a sponsor? Would you want to sponsor somebody who has customers or somebody who doesn't? So today, step one, sit down and figure out exactly where you are. Where am I at on the year? Am I up? Am I down? Step two, where do I want to be at the end of the holiday season? Okay. Then figure out how much you need to do each and every day in order to get there. Break it down into how many customers need to come through the door, how much money they need to spend, and then build your marketing and sales plan on reaching those customers. Okay. How many of those customers need to be new customers? How many of those customers need to be repeat business? How many of those customers need to be referrals? Okay. So now, not only you, but your whole team can start being held accountable to these numbers. And not only will they be held accountable to the numbers, you can then hold them accountable to the things necessary to get those numbers. If they need to be asking for referrals, then you can stand at the counter and see if they're asking for referrals. If they need to take part of their day and send emails and text messages and DMs to their customer list, then you can find out whether or not they sent those text messages or emails or not. If they need to be showing additional items, then you can see them showing additional items. And it doesn't matter if it's your kid, it doesn't matter if it's your mother, it doesn't matter if it's a paid employee or unpaid employee. Once you know what they should be doing, then you can inspect it. And once you inspect it, they'll respect it. And once they respect it, then they'll do it. And if they're doing it, now instead of you having 7 sales a day, you hit 14. And once you start having 14, then you can start hiring more people, or you can pay the people you have more money, which is ultimately going to lead to you having more time to spend with your family and your loved ones. Quality time with your family and loved ones, because now you'll be turning a profit and you'll be able to pay yourself like a really good job. Because the ultimate goal of going into business is to improve your life. And the best way to improve your life is for your business to run smooth. And a business does not run smooth if it doesn't have quality people and customers spending money. So you use the customers to help you hire better people. You use the metrics that we talked about today to hold the people you hire to a high standard, which ultimately is then going to lead to you being more attractive, not only as a brand, i.e. the CEO, i.e. the business owner, but also as a business that banks, foundations who give away grant money, investors, angel investors, and people who want to sponsor someone or interview someone or promote someone will want to do business with. Okay. A successful business is something that every newspaper, every magazine wants to highlight. It's something that every person wants to bring on a podcast. It's something that every person wants to be seen with and stand next to. So if you get this part right, guess what will happen? Everything else will improve as well. Your marketing costs will go down. Your stress level will go down. And you'll be having a whole lot of fun this holiday season. So if you have any questions about anything that we talked about today and you want to ask me one-on-one, go over to grownandrich.com, click the Make Money Fast button. That will send me an email. I will then respond to said email and we will set up a time to talk. And that conversation is completely and 100% free. So anything that we talk about in that conversation that you can then use to improve your business, you get to walk away with it without owing me a dime. You know, as I always say, I stand with the people who own the businesses. So with that being said, as always, this is your business big bro, aka the most dangerous man in marketing. Please make sure that you share this with someone today who needs it. Because again, I stand with the people who own the businesses. It has been a wonderful couple, well, actually about 20 minutes. And it has been an honor to serve you and be a part of your day. As always, I love you. I appreciate you. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and I'm out.